So where we left off last game was the players have had a sort of a on again off again relationship with a fellow by the name of Mohammed the Nail.
It's off again.
He is a yes, very off. He is a low level fixer in the free city of Vancouver. You're gonna need to lay down, sweetheart. He was, and as it turns out, one of the jobs that he put the players onto apparently has gone south. They met at a cafe with Mohammed, and it was actually an ambush for a new villain or a new player. This guy right here, who is called the Suit. I have no idea who this is in real life. This is actually a picture of a suit salesman. So, but in our game, he's bad news. He actually had Mohammed the Nail executed, and he gave the characters 24 hours to retrieve that which was stolen from him before you, or apparently there were going to be serious repercussions. Mm-hmm. Okay, now a couple of things. Characters don't actually have it. Last they knew, Otto had it. That's the first thing. The second thing too is it just maybe a bit of a reminder, because that was quite a while ago. That was quite a while ago that that you actually played that. The drone that was actually shot down over the boneyards was actually a Congo delivery drone. Okay, so this is a drone that was used basically to deliver goods from a. It's not a courier drone, right? It's actually, it delivers goods. So his device was, or his canister of whatever it was that he's looking for, was on the Congo drone when it was shot down. Meaning that, well, what does that mean, right? Like, how did it get onto the Congo drone if he's looking for it personally? Okay, it was also not easily identifiable to you. It was in a sealed canister. Everything okay, Mike? Okay. So we pick up from there. You guys have left the cafe. Now, your Geist, which sits in your tap, which is your general access processor, yours was overridden, Wade. Yes. And you actually contacted Harefoot, who was able to repair the damage, but in doing so was forced to basically recompile your Geist soup to nuts. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for the tacos, by the way. They were wonderful.
Brought to you today by Taco Revolution.
So, that said, we pick up basically with Harefoot. You guys are in the outback where there's zero connectivity. Therefore, you could go offline and have her reprogram your Geist. And it is about 4 hours after. Date came to pick you up in the carry-all. He's standing guard. Harefoot has just finished her programming, and we go from there. Okay. What do you guys do?
Before we get too ahead of ourselves, may I please get the stats off the submachine gun that I grabbed off of the elite?
Yes. When you unlock it, because it is bio-locked.
Oh. Okay.
Do you need more information?
No, obviously.
Okay. I'm shooting chips.
Yeah, that's one of the way that corporations make sure that their weapons don't fall into the hands of
greedy runners like myself.
Correct.
I understand.
Okay. Yeah. So, do you still want those stats, or do you want to continue?
We'll continue, of course.
All right.
Okay.
What do you wish to do?
We need to go to Otto's and see if we can find
Otto's
him.
dead.
I know he's dead, but maybe there might be some evidence of where he got this canister. Who bought it?
Do you care?
We gotta find it.
Or we go to the free city of Hong Kong.
We gotta find the canister. It's obviously valuable.
Well, obviously it's valuable. We're going to get killed over the damn thing. Find it or not, we're not going to look through it. Hand that guy whatever he wants. It's just going to off you.
Well, these are the risks we take in our lifestyle.
You could go back to accepting basic.
Somewhere else.
Do you want an RV or not?
It's all about the RV.
Damn it.
I know, right? Maybe the canister could buy a whole RV with just a canister. valuable. We gotta beat them to it.
Okay, so as you guys are sort of arguing over this, Harefoot says, "Hey, listen, I've been looking at this code. This guy who broke your Geist, he was good. He's definitely corporate of some sort."
Yeah, I figured that, Harefoot. Thanks.
Well, no, he punched through your firewall like it didn't exist. Meaning that I'm thinking he probably has access to the core code. The manufacturer on this thing is Microtech, right? So it could be that whoever this guy was, he actually had the back door to the Microtech firewall.
Oh, awesome. Who owns
Every
Microtech?
Microtic firewall's got a back door.
Well, the fact is your firewall didn't register any intrusion attempts. It just went down.
Right.
That might give you a hint as to who he's connected to.
Microtech.
Now, you guys need me for anything else, or can I finally get some sleep?
Get some sleep, Harefoot.
Okay, I'm gonna have Date drive you back into the city if that's okay.
Good.
Okay.
Thanks, Harefoot. You answering to Harefoot now, Date?
What's that? Well, no, but she knows Date. She knows your team, right?
I don't know. Just getting a bit big for her britches.
Well, you can always fire her.
Oh, she's too useful.
So big bridges, useful.
Big rich is useful. Alright, so what are we going to do? Where are we going to go? What do we want to do? I think we go to Otto's and investigate.
Well, if we're going to track this down,
do we have any connections to Microtech?
Michelangelo might, because he works in the corporate side. That's probably your best bet. You don't, not personally. Microtech is one of the big 3 American corporations that are in town.
Right. Question.
Yeah.
My cyber eyes, enhanced night optics. I don't... If they had some sort of recording ability, would that be another ability, or is that something that's built into cyber?
They have a minimum recording ability. Okay, so about 5 minutes. If you want a greater capacity, you actually have to do that option.
Right. And I would probably have to basically hit the record button.
Yeah, but it's cybernetic, right? So you issued the commands mentally. By the way, here's your bennies for tonight.
Is this...
Do either of you have conviction?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Is this something that I might have thought of when this guy was talking to us?
Absolutely.
Alright, and then I would have saved it as a little clip of his face.
Okay, sure.
Alright, so then I want to reach out to Michelangelo.
Okay.
And say, hey, if he's got any leads on who this corporate guy might be, I think he's connected to Microtech.
Okay. So you're starting to get a little bit late for Michelangelo. He works late into the night, but yeah, if you can contact him in the morning,
Of
for
course,
sure.
of course.
Yeah.
how can we contact them from where we are?
From here, you can't.
No,
That's correct.
We gotta go back out into the wilderness, my friend. Into the wilds.
Well, you're in the wilds. You need to come back from the wilds.
I was being ironic in that the high-tech world of corporate espionage was the wilds.
I see.
And right
Yeah.
now, we're in the peaceful meadow.
Right. Well, maybe it's the jungle then?
Jungle.
There you go.
There you go. Concrete jungle.
Okay. So we want to track this down.
Yeah, I think we gotta track this down and get ahead of them and either get it into our hands, which gives us leverage, or find out what this is and make our own money off of it because it's obviously so valuable.
Well, okay. I think if we acknowledge that this guy is working for somebody bigger than him, and he's way bigger than us, and he's already tortured Otto to death.
So
we'll go check.
Yeah.
So let's pause on that. Go ahead and make a smarts check, actually. If you have the skills streetwise, you may add +2 to this roll. It's not streetwise; it's an edge.
Smarts.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
smarts.
nice. I'm so tired of him. Well, you gotta roll stuff.
Oh,
Good morning.
they must have hit some of my
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
intelligence.
4. All right. So you guys are street operatives, right? And so what you know about what you know is this: this guy, he didn't send a bunch of corporate goons, right? He came himself, right? He was obviously an executive or somebody fairly important. If he could have sent corporate goons, he would have. See what I'm saying? So this might be something that he
was working on the side.
Either that, or he
well
lost something that he shouldn't have. He doesn't want anyone to know.
Right.
Okay.
Meaning that you might not be facing the entire resources of a corporation, but you're probably working with somebody who, you know, a desperate corporate, right, which could be just as bad. Don't get me wrong, he has more resources than you do, right? He obviously had enough to, you know, have a trigger man with him.
It's not all of OCP, it's just that dirty bastard was at 209.
Yes.
Right.
Got it. Okay. You went 209. Big
You have
2
20 seconds to comply.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So yeah, next step would be to check on Otto, I guess. See what's what. Start tracking it down.
Okay. Where do you start with that?
Well, we're gonna
Start with Harefoot. Unfortunately, jacking into his head or something. We got to figure out where he sent this thing.
Well, that's why we gotta go to Otto's.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna head to Otto's.
Okay. Okay. So if you
Look
recall,
for clues.
yeah. So if you recall, Otto's is down on the slips. So basically the old harbor, right? So you gonna screw me here?
Eventually.
This right here is Otto's. Okay. So it is down near the old processing plants. He had a key that kind of, or a dock, slip, a dock, that actually goes right out into the harbor. And then at the end of it, there was his station. You think it might have been at one point an ecological station or something like that, but it was repurposed. The actual dock itself, the gate, it was gated off, if you recall, with razor wire, etc. And then the entire dock was full of junk, stuff that he'd accumulated. There were a number of satellite dishes on his roof, and he was just a real technical hermit. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So you catch a ride with Date while he's driving Harefoot back to the city. You guys drop her off basically at the local, at the first mass transit. Okay, and she alights from the car as you guys continue on to Otto's. Okay, do you send Date on his way, or do you ask him for backup?
We ask him for backup.
Okay.
We want him to leave us here.
Okay. Yeah, well, he'll find his way back too. He'll leave you with the car, right? If you like, but he'll also stick with you if you think you need some support.
I'd have him just kind of hang out and overwatch.
Yes.
Okay.
But keep the lookout.
Gotcha. Okay, so he grabs his shotgun out of the trunk, and he waits by the gate.
Okay.
Okay. As you approach the gate, if you recall, there were kind of two gates that you had to move through. You weren't allowed to take any weapons beyond it. You also had a cyber dog, if you remember that, right? So a dog that was cybernetically enhanced dramatically. You guys find yourselves that gate has been forced open. Okay, so you kind of push the gate through, and you're about halfway down the dock, and you see three. Your eyes, like it's nighttime, right? Your eyes pick up light, sort of moving on the dock itself. Okay, and there were, you see three distinctive sets of light. Okay. You can't really hear anything because of the sound of the water, etc. Things flying overhead. It's dark, right?
So using my enhanced night optic cyber eyes.
Notice? Absolutely. I think you have alertness too, right?
I do indeed.
Okay, so it's +3 altogether.
+3. 6.
All right. Yeah, so what you see is three guys dressed in that look to be gang colors, like dark gray jackets with a dragon emblazoned on the back of one of them. They're wearing masks, okay, kind of like almost like hockey masks, as it were, but with the big cutout eyes, etc. And probably in case the security cameras are still running, they don't want anybody to notice them. And they seem to be scavenging. Is that the right word? Some people might call it stealing. And they're basically they're digging through piles of Otto's junk. Okay, you notice like one of them, he's got a baseball bat with with studs in it, but they don't appear to have any type of firearms.
All right.
Just shoot him.
Yeah, I guess. Like, really?
Yeah, okay.
Randomly shooting people will drop your street cred.
Why?
Because it means you can't do jobs cleanly or quietly.
Why a silencer?
That's exactly. All right, well, let's sneak up a bit.
Okay. Okay, so you guys move up the dock. Are you moving stealthily?
Yeah, I think so. Get up close, and then we'll kind of surprise him and say, "Hey,
what
are you doing?"
I would prefer just to walk up big, bold, with my arm rolled up and just shining. What the fuck you doing here?
Okay, that's what we do.
All right. You guys sidle up the dock. Okay.
Sidle. There you go.
All right.
That's a good word.
Like you own the place.
Yeah.
Okay. As you do so, you can see that they have a couple of plastic crates full of stuff that's theoretically of value, kind of set aside. And as you get closer, they're so enraptured in sort of trying to find stuff to steal. It's like, come on, hurry up, right? They don't actually even see you till you're maybe 3 or 4 meters from the guy who's standing watch. He's like, no, look over there, and then you look, and he suddenly realizes, oh, right? He turns to you guys.
He hears the raspy voice. Je suis le Batman.
So he has his hood up, the mask on, right? He has this, this baseball bat with, studs in it. Hey, what are you guys doing here?
We might ask you the same question. You guys know Otto? You friends of Otto?
Yeah. So the three of them, they kind of. Okay, run! And they scamper. Okay, grabbing one of them manages to grab what appears to be a satchel of some kind, but they actually run not past you guys down the dock, but they actually bolt towards a set of stairs leading down to the very place where you guys had docked the boat when you made your trip across the boneyard. Okay.
Let them go.
Hell no, they're going to have the one thing that we need with them. They're stealing. I'm down on one knee. I'm taking a shot. Let's go for the leg. I'm going to call the shot. Shoot in the ass or leg. Lower body.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. Are you acting?
Bam.
I'm looking at him like.
Okay. So there's your card. That's their card. Okay. So they act first, which means they'll put a little bit of distance between you and them.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So they're fleeing towards what appears to be a ramshackle boat that's been rebuilt. Okay. 2 of them make it in. The third one is just about there when it's your turn.
Okay.
Okay. So you kind of come to the top of the stairs, unlimber your rifle.
Uh-huh.
Okay. They believe it's shooting. Cold shot from the leg is -2.
What do I need to hit?
Okay, so you're going to brace the weapon. You don't have time to aim, so it's going to be once you brace the weapon, it's going to be short range for the gun.
Yeah.
So that'll be 4 to hit, but +2 for the difficulty for the leg shot.
So I might hit something else. All right, so 6 to hit.
Yes.
Let's get this ready. 6.
All right.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, that's a D8. So it's a hit.
Okay. Fair enough. So what you do now is you roll. You do roll for a location. It's D6 +6.
7.
7. All right. So you hit him sort of in the pelvis area.
That's assy enough.
Okay.
That'll make him stop running.
Let's roll damage.
Oh, that severed his entire leg.
Oh, it might. It just might.
Spinning into the water, spraying blood everywhere.
2d8. Oh, he's fucking dead. 11.
All right. So your heavy caliber round hits him in the ball socket of his hip. Okay, and it just blows it out the front. Okay. So it suddenly there's a spray of gore, and he sort of collapses to the ground. Okay. You killed him.
He won't be saying anything.
Nope.
Okay. The other team's like, Frankie! Boom! And they gun the engine of the boat.
I can get that boat.
Take it off. Aim.
Okay, so now I will tell you that there are now been gunshots on the dock, right? So
You didn't have to tell us that. We heard it.
yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but I'm just
My
saying,
ears are still ringing.
yeah, streetwise, you guys know that will attract attention. What attention it attracts, if any, in the slips is, determinate. But
To be determined. All right. Well, let's go into Otto's place.
okay,
Well, I want to search this
shoot
guy.
at the boat?
Search the guy that we.
No, I don't care. They left all their buckets. So
Okay,
Yeah. Let's search this guy.
search this guy. See what he's got.
all right. Well, he has a baseball bat with some studs in it.
Mm-hmm.
A jacket. Inside of the bag itself, it appears to be some handmade mechanics tools, electronics tools, probably used for salvaging.
That's it.
That's it.
All right.
Well, yeah.
Nothing to say where he's from, who he works with, who he's for.
No. So he is. What he is he's a harbor rat.
Okay.
Okay. So these are punks who basically steal salvage from boats.
Did we
and
get a look at the
docks.
boat, or is it just the standard nondescript sewer rat boat?
Yeah. So this boat would have been hand built. Could you identify it again? Maybe.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Let's go in.
Yeah. Let's go and see if we can find any clues.
Okay. What do you do with his body? Just leave it here in the dock.
Roll it off into the water
Okay.
with my foot.
Yeah, good enough for me.
Okay.
You want to check for a gun?
Do you kick the leg separately?
Pardon
Do you
me.
kick the leg as well?
Yeah.
Let's just stand it up and we'll save it for a lamp.
Chile. All right. Okay, so you roll him into the ground, chamber another. Okay. All right. You've chased off the harbor rats.
Okay. So we're gonna head into Otto's place.
Any sign? Do we see anything out of? Well, is it completely in disarray, dead dog on the floor kind of thing, or what do we see going in?
All right. So Otto's place had, first off, it had the vestibule at the front gate, but it also had a vestibule here, right? So you guys had to almost like pass through an airlock. Okay. The outer door is closed, but then you realize as you open it, it's only closed over. It's not actually secured. Okay. As you actually open it, you can see that right at the front of the, just inside the vestibule, there's actually there's a spray of what you know to be blood, okay, and it's still kind of tacky, okay. And then from there, you can see the inner door obviously had some sort of explosive charge attached to it because it was blown open, okay. As you sort of pass through that, you can see that there was from the roof and it's sort of hanging disabled now, but there was some sort of belt-fed shotgun which had dropped from the roof, and apparently you can see like the spray of the shotgun holes all near the door. So whoever came in through the door first probably was disinclined to to do so again. Okay. Inside, again, all the junk everywhere. Okay. However, rather than sort of in organized chaos, this place has just been torn apart. Someone has gone nuts on this. Okay. Felon, who was the dog. The dog has been shot a couple of times, okay, and kind of lays in a pool of blood. Yeah, you can tell. Apart from that, this place has been rolled.
Dog dead.
Was that?
Is dog dead?
Dog is dead.
From looking at it, can I tell whether or not there's any kind of recording device in his head?
Do you have healing or medical? Sorry.
No.
That's where cybernetics falls. Is under medical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I have no idea.
No idea. No. He did have enhanced senses because you can see his eyes have been replaced.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You don't know really what the story behind the dog is, but the dog has a ton of scar tissue covering its body. There's very little fur, so you guess that whoever did this did it to save a dog that was damaged or something along that line.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Poor Felon.
Good name for a dog, though, Felon.
All right, so I'm gonna look around for any
So
servers or
absolutely
hidden in the walls, maybe.
So searching is a function of notice.
Okay.
Five.
I noticed 4.
So 5 and 4. Okay. So first off, the reaction to the gunfire on the dogs. Okay. Do either of you have repair?
No.
No.
Hacking, electronics.
I'm shooty.
Yes. Okay. There's a lot of technology here. Okay. So, as you search the place looking for some clue, if you figure by the depth of the searching, if it was here, whoever was here would have found it. Like the floor is just covered in all the debris and detritus from that came off the shelves. It's now piled here. All of them, anything big enough to actually conceal the container has been either ripped open or sawed open. They must have been here hours looking for this thing.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
What you don't notice, however, is apart from blood at the door, and apart from Felon's blood, you don't notice any other sign of violence here.
Or sign of auto.
Or any sign of auto, right? And secondly, when you were here, Otto had sort of like this custom rig that he used to fly the automatics.
Mm-hmm.
That's not here, right? Now, you don't really know too much about Otto, but you know that was kind of his baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so if he went anywhere, he probably would have taken it with him, right? It didn't really look like much, so you're not sure that a corporate would actually identify it for what it was.
Interesting. So maybe Otto wasn't even here. Maybe Otto's still out there somewhere.
Well,
So
we had one contact.
No, I know. Is there anything that maybe when they were tearing apart the place that they just kind of threw to the side thinking it was innocuous, like maybe a family picture or anything that might indicate Otto had connections or people that maybe we could...
Do you have anything any cards that would help you here?
No.
Okay. Okay. So your first pass does not allow that. You find, like I said, you find the technology. You find a couple of things like you begin thinking that maybe Otto wasn't here.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
If you want to look for something more specific.
Now I'm looking for something that might give me an indication of where he might have gone.
Okay. Fair enough. Are you continuing to help as well?
I am going to, shit eyes, shit sense. I'm going to just go out front and cover.
Okay. Go for it.
5.
That's actually 6. You have alertness plus the enhanced.
Oh, okay. So 6.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you are searching the place, and as you sort of go through a lot of the technology, etc., You there's a lot of technology, okay, but there's not a lot of memorabilia, okay. Like there's not a lot of stuff that might tell you that this to you looks like a workshop, not necessarily a home.
Aha.
Okay. Like a place of business almost.
Right.
Okay?
So Otto maybe live somewhere else.
What you do find is it's sort of crumpled underfoot. Actual hard copy photos of Otto in a place called 50 Fathoms. Okay. So it says 50 Fathoms, right? And you see a couple of coasters with some actual comm signal lines on them, like phone numbers, right? This is the phone numbers of the 21st century, right? How to find somebody on the Nexus.
All right. Well, I gather that stuff up.
Okay.
So, question: when they reset my Geist, do I no longer have a Geist right now?
Your Geist is still recompiling.
Recompiling. Got it.
Correct.
Okay.
Actually, if you wish, it's been long enough, you could actually roll a d6. A single d6. All right, so you're well on the way. Every 4 hours, basically roll a d6. When your total addition gets to 10, it is recompiled. Makes sense? So you're at 5. You're halfway there.
Your Geist. I go and find him.
Okay.
And hey, can you make any sense of this? 50 fathoms.
What is it?
50 fathoms.
50 fathoms. I'm going to look it up. Or we're not in the dark.
No, you're not.
I'm going to Google it in my head.
Okay, right enough. So you send your Geist out. It comes back relatively quickly. 50 Fathoms is a bar, strangely, in a place called, or in Atlantis.
Oh, interesting.
A bar in Atlantis, which is the underground,
Underwater.
former
aquaculture colony.
We got a lead.
What's the name of that damn thing?
Atlantis.
Arcology?
No, the game underwater.
Bioshock. Yeah.
That's what I'm picturing.
That's probably not too far off from the picture that I have.
Is it a screenshot from Bioshock?
No, you can't have a Big Daddy suit.
I love you, Big Daddy. All right. So I'm going to Google up Atlantis.
Okay.
And tell me all about that.
Okay.
Cortana.
So Atlantis is basically a failed experiment. It was actually an experiment to increase harbor frontage before the tsunami. Okay, so this was a large concrete underwater facility built specifically for high tech and aquaculture. Okay, so the idea behind it was that a lot of the processing that was taking place in the outback or whatever, which was becoming a little bit harder to actually control, there were several corporations that put in to build Atlantis. Atlantis is about 4 or 5 square kilometers of tunnels and tubing. It's several stories tall, and since it was fairly
several stories tall, deep.
Both.
Okay.
Yeah. So like some of it runs underground as tunnels, but some of it is actually like underwater towers, almost as it were, where some of the corporate muckety mucks, etc., would do their thing. It was also it was also relatively damaged by the tsunami. Okay, and as such, it was deserted. What are you doing? It was deserted, and then of course the people sort of started filling in. So it's what's the best way of describing it?
Squatted.
Yes, yeah. But interestingly, the cooperative that actually drives it, of course, all of the air manufacturing plants, etc., they all have to be maintained, right? So the people who squat there actually pay rent, as it were, so that
there's a bar.
Yeah, well, exactly. Right. It also there is there is still a significant aquaculture to it, to the thing, but it's now run by freeholders essentially.
Yeah, so it's basically just a mob-run town.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. There are a variety of ways of getting there. There's the umbilical, which is essentially a collection of floating barges out in the bay, where you take a boat out to and you take the elevator down. You can also get there by submersible.
Submersible RV.
See? Now you're thinking.
Now we're talking recreational vehicle.
Oh,
SRV, submersible recreational vehicle.
All right. Well, I guess we're. Want to go check it out?
let's go.
Do you? Okay.
Do we know anybody else that would know anything about auto? Just
That's
in
what I was
general?
hoping for, but I didn't find any references of family or friends. And the one guy who knew him is now R.I.P.
Got it.
And I'd like to not call everybody and say, "Hey, we're working on this thing because we're in shit."
Yeah, have you seen
I'd like to not do that in case we need to bug out.
Yeah. We don't know what to call anyways.
Yep. Okay.
Except for Michael Lynch.
Let's just go.
Okay.
Let's go.
So, submersible to go in through.
I would just take the boat.
Okay.
Umbilical.
Okay. So, since you don't really have any friends out there, it's going to cost you 10 each to get out there.
Oh, right.
You're a
Where is
banker.
my bank?
Okay.
That will put me at 235 adjusted dollars.
And the fellow, he actually has the water taxi. He's sleeping in like a little houseboat, and then there's a water taxi beside it. You actually have to wake him up. So you pound on the side of it. He kind of comes out. He's a Indian Chinese fellow, you think, mix.
235. Is what I have now.
And so he's like, "Yeah, what? You know what fucking time it is? It's like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, well, wake up.
The hell do you want?
Take us out to the umbilical.
At 4 o'clock in the morning?
Yes, at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Didn't know it closed.
Okay. All right. So he hops in the boat, kind of pulls the tarp off. As you look at the
Here's
boat,
your
you're like,
money.
"Wow. So you braved the bay in that, do you?" Okay. And so you guys hop in the back, and after a very damp trip out there with the water spraying because the waves are a little bit high, you arrive at the umbilical. Now, Atlantis' upport is quite large, right? It's probably about a couple hundred meters across. It itself actually, like, there's an old ship sort of anchored here permanently, some barges pulled up along beside it, an old drilling rig which is its feet are up and it's basically been repurposed. On the top of which you see a variety of radio masts, which you know are probably pirate radio stations, etc. Okay, of which, and the umbilical is actually attached to the rig itself, so that it can hold the right. So you arrive. The umbilical doesn't cost anything to descend, and so you do. You get into the bathysphere for all intents and purposes, and down you go. It takes you about 5 minutes or so to descend to the floor. You can hear the this whirring sound as the teeth sort of grind down this chain. The entire thing is just covered with seaweed. Right?
Is it pressurized?
It is.
How long does it take to come up?
What's that?
How long does it take to come up?
Guess you'll find out when you come back up.
Jesus. 3-hour visit, 3-day decompression.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's not. It is lightly pressurized. Okay, so it's not like every time you go down, it's going to be they don't hold it at high pressure because
That's what I'm asking. If it was pressurized or not.
No. Yeah.
So it's just strong.
Yes.
And extremely floaty.
Yes. Yeah. So your ears pop as you go down, and finally you arrive. When you step out, this used to be some sort of multi-structural gallery or multi-tier gallery with some sort of processing facility. You can see the old processing tubes, with the old corporate logos sort of scrawled over them. Now unreadable after a generation of people living here. And as you kind of dump out, there is literally very few people walking these concourses. You tap one of the data terms. This is dating back 30 years, and your AR is your augmented reality. It's relatively thin. Like there's not really much to see. Okay. You type in 50 fathoms, and the AR, basically you get a little arrow in your head that kind of points you in the direction like a quest finder.
Nice.
Okay.
Off we go.
All right.
Division 2 HUD on.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. So you follow it through the byways. It leads you through a market with all the stalls are closed. It's late at night. And eventually, though, you come to the 50 Fathoms open 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 50 Fathoms is a 2-story bar. The lower floor, it looks to be some sort of jump dance floor. Okay, so this would be where you get like huge crowds of people. There's a stage. Everything's made of metal, right? Around that, there's a gallery, and then above that is sort of like the more loungy, barish area. Okay, as you sort of walk in, it's obvious that this place's time has come to a close, right? Like it may be open 24 hours, not necessarily busy 24 hours. Okay. There's a string of Christmas lights above a bar, which pretty much provides all of the illumination. There's a fellow working behind the bar, and then there are a pair of really tired-looking women who look probably to be prostitutes, sort of hanging out near the bar.
Tired prostitutes.
Yeah.
It's been a long night.
Discount.
Yeah. There's a couple more guys sort of in the dark in the back, talking, doing whatever. As you walk in. You're in the right place, though, because as soon as you walk in, this wall here, this obviously used to be some sort of boiler room or something like that. The boiler was removed, now dance floor. But there's a metal wall right here, and it's just absolutely plastered with pictures. It's like, oh, hey, that's Otto. Oh, hey, that's Otto.
Oh, Otto comes here a lot.
What's he doing? Is he in the picture like he owns the joint?
Yeah,
or is he in the picture like he's just a drunk guy at the bar?
Yeah.
You would say that easily, like just from looking, there's about, you see a half dozen pictures with him, and like in one picture, there's him in the center, and he's got his arms around, a woman who is really attractive, right? And another guy stands on the other side, like maybe her date or something, but like they're kind of doing this at each other. It's kind of not the Otto that you know.
Right.
Right.
In the pictures, he looks familiar with people in the establishment.
Absolutely.
And multiple people, different people.
Yes. Yeah. There's actually as well a picture of him working on some technology as well, and he's got a beer in his hand, right? And you can see some sort of machine open in front of him, but you can tell in the background it's the bar.
Right. All right. I'm gonna go to the bartender guy.
Okay. Let's just ask him if there's a place to get breakfast around here.
Are you guys how are you guys dressed?
I don't know. Usually,
I don't think I've changed.
I haven't changed.
I'm wearing the same coat. I got my long coat.
Do you guys look like corporate thugs?
No.
No.
Okay.
Not at all. We look like
shit.
Did Dante come with you?
No.
Okay.
No, because we only paid for 2.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't like.
Just keep it. If we just go in there asking for Otto, they're gonna fuck off. Then we're fingered on this rig. Just
all right.
Play it cool. Hang back.
All right. I will put my youthful enthusiasm in the cupboard.
Let's
I will defer to your age and wisdom.
Go up to the bar. Hey,
Okay.
there's a place around here to get some food.
Okay, so the guy looks up. Two things you notice. First off, he also has a cybernetic arm. This is it looks like an old Russian model. It's really crude, right? And so, capable of great strength, but no delicate manipulation. Okay. What?
Don't order a cocktail. Oh, damn, I can't make a martini.
Here's a bug. Let me just squash some lemons for you. Okay.
I see you have Krakow Dick Ripper Model 7.
Okay. And the other thing you notice as well is there is a drone that sort of moves around the place cleaning. Okay. Its docking station. You actually see the sort of the characterized O that Otto had on his automatics. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, what do you ask?
Your place around here get some food.
He looks. I got something in the back. It's all ready packed. It's all you're going to find for free, or all you're going to find at this hour. So, ready packed food is basically food. It's basically soy flavored food.
Soy flavored?
No.
Flavored.
It's flavored soy food.
Flavored soy food. Yeah.
Okay. And they come in ready packs, and you crack the pack. They self heat, and then he puts a little bit of pepper on it and serves it as a.
Okay. Well, let's sit
Yeah,
down and have
just
some
now
food,
have
man.
Some ready packed food.
All right. Okay.
Relax.
All right. So so he brings out a couple of bacon and egg breakfasts.
Mm.
You know, there's all the
Textured
protein.
soy protein bacon.
Yes.
Tempeh.
Okay. It looks like they've been in the ready pack for some time. Okay, because the bacon's a little bit gray. Mm-hmm. Okay. One of the women, she kind of saunters over to your table. Right. She kind of stretches a little bit. And she walks like she's been riding a horse. Okay.
Seahorse.
Seahorse.
And she's so.
It's a mechanical pony, is what it was.
You boys looking for some company?
No, but thank you. We're just here killing some time for to visit
whatever.
my uncle.
Yes. You had me at meh.
We're just dip gone.
Yeah.
Okay. She goes.
Yeah.
So she she turns around and goes back. I'm gonna need somebody to dole out a couple of bucks here for the meal. Okay. You only have two $100 bills.
Figured I'd break it if I needed to.
Okay, I guess you're the banker. Okay. So he takes your ADs, and puts your plastic plates down and.
Mm-hmm. What time is it now?
It's about it. You arrived here about 4. You arrived at 50 Fathoms at maybe 4:15. Super duper early.
Yeah. So what time is it now?
4:30.
Shoot! Eat fast.
We're eating. We just got our food.
Oh, okay. Let's eat.
Now we're eating.
Ready pack takes about a minute.
Yeah, we're taking our time, enjoying our bacon and eggs, talking about Uncle Otto. Just casually.
So what's the deal here? What are you trying to do?
Well, I have my suspicion that Otto lives down here.
Chilling, seeing who walks in.
Exactly.
But if the place is if we're the only people in here, which is what was kind of indicated, then it won't look like I've got a purpose to be there. And I was fucking hungry, so
yeah.
Blend in.
We're blending in.
So waiting for this guy to come in. It's too early for him to come in. He's probably not going to be in until 11 or 2 or some shit like that. So we should bugger off and find a place to just chill.
Yeah, we're having
Okay, so you basically just going to observe the bar? Or something?
Yeah.
No, I want to. Yeah, I don't
We
want to
will.
observe from inside because
we're
it'll
gonna
be too creepy.
We're gonna take our time eating our breakfast.
Okay.
Look like we belong there. We're here to visit our uncle, and yeah.
Story gets better.
And because if the guy comes over and says, "Hey," and we're just gonna be like, "Yeah, what are you guys doing here?"
I think we should probably just tell Bart, "Hey, it's the first time down here.
Yeah, we're
Checking
here to
it
see
out."
our uncle.
I wouldn't even go there.
No, I
That's
am going
suspicious.
there.
That's verifiable shit.
We're here to
I would
see
say
our uncle.
we're checking the place out, and then on the way out, say, "Hey, I'm looking for some kind of bot. I'm going to make a thing. I need a bot that does a thing, and he'll hook us up with Otto without being suspicious."
All right,
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
here to see my uncle, but you,
Okay. His uncle's going to make me a robot.
yeah,
Okay. So Otto is about your age, right?
Oh, looking at the picture, I thought he was much older. My cousin. My cousin.
All right, here's. Let's just get this done. Go up to the bartender.
Okay.
Hey, that robot, that's fucking cool. I want one of those. How do I get those? I want a little different, but I want one. Hook me up.
Persuade.
My persuade is what? D1. 2D. I got a D6.
Oh, yeah, dude.
4.
You're Rigo Suave.
But my important one was a 1.
You want to just let that stand?
I probably don't want a complication right now. Well, if I Benny that, what's that gonna? I have to re-roll it.
You re-roll. Your dice can't get worse, so you always have a 4.
But with a 1.
No. If you okay, so what happens is if you re-roll your dice and you get a 3 and a 2, okay,
Then I got a 4.
then you got a 4, and the 1 is gone.
What do I need to persuade this guy into anything? He's a bartender, probably a 12.
You don't know. You don't know
right.
what his relationship is to. You know what I mean?
I'll let the 4 stand.
Okay. So this is the complication
That's the one, yeah.
for that.
Oh, so there is a 1.
Yeah.
So if I re-rolled it, I wouldn't have the 1.
Correct.
Unless you rolled another one.
Let's roll the 1 again.
That's what I was asking. So I still have this 1?
Yes.
Well, then I don't want that. Then I want to re-roll it. Because the complication is going to be some shit explodes. Hey, didn't you shoot that guy at the dock? Some crazy shit. 6. 9. Yeah, that was a good re-roll.
So that's just a better roll. Dodge that bullet.
Okay.
Okay, 9. It's like, yeah, that's some cool shit, eh? The guy who makes those, he puts his arm onto the table. This is a machiner's arm. Okay, so this would be an arm for a guy who uses like an outside suit or something like that, where you need the extra strength. So when he puts it on the table, right? He says, "Yeah, that's some pretty cool shit, eh? Yeah, actually, one of the guys who has a stake in the bar actually makes those. They're awesome. He makes them to do everything. Like there's some courier ones. He also, for some people who run the edge, he makes some special units.
Oh.
So, yeah.
What kind of special?
You name it. Like, so the stories are that, he'll even make something that, without the lethal restrictions. You get what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yeah.
Assassin bots.
Cool. Very cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
What time does he come in?
Well, no, he doesn't come in. He has a stake in the bar. He hangs out here sometimes. Actually, he's been around the last couple of nights, but I don't know that he'll come in today. Like I said, he has a stake in the bar. He doesn't work the bar, right?
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool. Do you know how to get a hold of him? Like, how do I order one of these things?
Well, kind of. I can leave a message for him from the bar. I can just tell him a couple guys are looking to buy something off him.
Sure.
Do you have a number? Contact number?
Yeah.
Do we?
Yeah. Can I leave him a little video message?
No.
We want
Then he won't show up.
He won't show up if he thinks some random guys who are trying to kill him show up. We want him to see our face because he recognizes us. Talking guys to guys here. Right?
All right.
Yeah, you guys are staring at each other. He's like,
just sorry, no eyes.
We'll put our arms around each other and be like,
now,
hey, it's us.
That's perfectly okay if your geist was functioning.
I'm sending it in Morse code.
Oh, Jesus.
Blinks.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, he's having an epileptic attack.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So, all right. So I'll say his geist is busted. He's the one with all the contact. So, yeah, we don't got a number right now. We'll probably have one in a few hours.
Your geist, you can also be used to be contacted.
Yeah, I know, but I want to get him offline so we can talk because we got to get shit sorted out before he just learn.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
All right, man, cool. Okay, what?
Okay, let's leave him a video message so he can see it's us. He'll recognize us as friends because he's probably on the run, and we don't want him to think we're corporate goons come after him.
So he'll kind of tell him like, hey,
he'll book it out.
We got we've had some interesting conversations of late, and we could use a hand. We figured you could probably use a hand too.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. We'll go back.
Hey, we're back.
Just roll your d6. Get your shit fixed.
Has it been 4 hours? Has it been 4
Not
hours?
yet. No.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Okay. Well, then we'll use mine. That's fine. Let's go and we'll give him mine. Here's my ass number.
Okay. Actually, what's hilarious is it's called a tendril access processor. TAP.
So you gotta tap that ass. Why would you put your soul in your ass? Why don't you, like your gate? Why wouldn't you put it somewhere else?
It has to interact with your lower lumbar spine.
Do you want us to move it?
Wire.
That's just the way it works.
I can move it if you like.
Easily
No,
access
it's there now.
Yeah.
to the central nervous system. Why do you think
It's there
dinosaurs?
now.
Why do you think dinosaurs had their second brain down there?
Right, it's your second brain.
Well, that's on the front.
It's your third brain. Okay.
All right. Okay, let's do it.
Okay. So that's the message you leave for Otto?
Yeah. Big smiles.
Okay.
What's up, buddy? It's us. Your pals.
Okay. Okay, and then what do? Do you just go back and sit down, or do you hang out elsewhere?
I would hang out. Is this like a promenade, or is this like a little tiny hallway on the ship, and here's the hatch to the bar?
No, so these structures were actually built with fairly large air spaces. Like they have redundant bulkheads, and then they have fairly large
Indoor
working
cityscape kind of
correct.
thing?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go across the street and kind of hang and
Right.
see if anybody comes in or if anybody calls. If he
All
calls, we're nearby. If he comes in to fuck about and take off, we'll see it happen.
All of the inside doors are pressurized doors, right? So when you actually walk through the door to get in, it's actually a tube with a rotating door, right? Now that door is open, but in case of emergencies, that door would slide and, seal the room, right? So, but the outer spaces are relatively open. Yeah. So when you head outside, the other thing you should know as well is there's an organic smell here.
Mm-hmm.
Poop.
Yeah, and whatever they're using to actually fertilize their aquaculture.
Yeah, the smell of nature. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Or post-processed nature. Okay. Okay. Now, do you guys want to, there are also places where you can stay here, like coffin shops, etc. Do you want to rent a place to... Because you guys have also been up for the past...
Yeah, I guess we'll go get some rest. Rent a coffin shop.
Okay. 10 adjusted will get you a coffin shop for the night.
For both of us? Or
Yep,
just...
for both of you.
All right.
I got it.
I'd rather keep eyes on the place.
I got it. You got breakfast.
We do shifts.
Yeah. Well.
I'm going to keep eyes on it.
Okay.
There's a coffin shop not more than 50 meters from the outside of it.
Perfect.
Okay, so you guys crash
We
for
get a room with a view.
Yeah, you basically observe the door. Okay, the place starts picking up actually around 11 in the morning. Okay, there is no night cycle down here. Okay, so what occurs is as it starts getting busier, more lights come on because they're all what they are is they activate, they're motion sensitive, right? So as you pass by them, they come on. So suddenly it gets brighter and brighter as more people start moving around. The lights come on. So you are basically waiting outside, hovering, and it was your number that you gave, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's been 4 hours?
Yeah. Actually, you can roll pair by the time communication. Just to be time something happens.
There you go.
All right, so you're good. Online. Yeah. Your Geist will need to be re-educated.
Right.
It can use its skills. It considers you its master. However, it has 0 personality.
Right.
Okay.
I start configuring my personal settings while I'm sitting around.
Yeah. Do you want advertising for this? No. Do you want advertising for this? No. Do you want no? No. No.
No.
Yes. Porn, yes. Okay.
Remove the adult safety settings.
Okay.
Why would you need advertising? Do you like porn?
Imagine getting advertising.
You know when you want it and you get it immediately. It's not like I need.
Can you imagine
Where's
getting
some porn
ads in
today?
your brain? Like you just walking like, hey, your internal sensors say you're hungry. You should have some Cocoa Pops.
Yeah, that would be weird, right?
Oh hell!
It's coming. By the way, when you're on basic, you can't turn them off.
Right.
Right. Your Geist is restricted for what you can do.
Right.
Right.
Hack number 1.
Yeah. Okay. So it's about 11 in the morning. Okay, you guys have both crashed for about 4 hours. You've had some sleep. There was a point between 5 and 6 in the morning when there was literally no one in the bar. Okay, automatic robots started cleaning the facility. Wheezing to and fro. In an attempt to keep sort of all of the scum and everything off the walls. They do an okay job, but not perfect. 11 o'clock in the morning, you receive a voice-only call.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
From an unknown number. It's untraceable.
Hello.
Do you have hacking?
No. What? No.
Okay. Does your Geist have hacking?
No.
Okay.
I have research and investigation.
All right.
No, persuasion and investigation.
So with hacking, you can attempt to trace back calls. Okay. So you answer the phone call?
Yep.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, where are you at?
Who be asking?
You recognize the voice.
Oh, it's Otto?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey.
What the fuck is going on?
We were going to ask you the same thing.
Where the shit did you get this thing? Like, this came out of the Congo drone?
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't want to talk about this over the air. Let's meet up somewhere. Do this face to face.
Yeah, okay, right.
Want to grab a ready pack over at your bar?
Yeah, not there. Tell you what, let me send you a location.
Okay.
So he hangs up, and then moments later you get basically a location signal. It's about 5 stories below you, underneath the actual ground, so not in the water itself. And it appears to have been previously some sort of container facility for product leaving the facility. Your schematics that your Geist is able to manufacture immediately details where it is. Apparently is in the middle of some machinery.
Cool. All right, so he's got a little underground.
Yeah,
I like it.
We head down there.
Okay.
How do we get there?
Access stairs?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Hey, Google.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, you can immediately... your Geist will show you the path, little arrow.
Okay.
Right? Take these stairs.
All right, let's go.
Let's do it.
I need to actually listen to Cortana's voice so I can begin imitating her.
Oh. This Cortana sounds like...
Like, I know Siri's voice, so I can imitate Siri's voice.
Cortana off... This is not sounding like Cortana. Like Master Chief Cortana. This is sounding like a 65-year-old hooker that's been smoking 8 packs of cigarettes a day for the last 32 years.
Okay.
That's my Cortana. It's Cortana.
All right. So you want to take stairs here?
left over here, son.
Do you question for you? Is it profane?
Is my yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I speak Russian and Swahili. That's all I've got left.
Okay. So it you complain about your languages a lot.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to pick one.
Pick one.
Because apparently he's just from Texas right now, so we gotta change that around.
All right. So you you follow this.
Russian.
As you descend,
We will hack their election.
As you descend, you begin moving into some markers which appear to be they're obviously gang markers of a sort, and they are what am I after here? The markers that you see, you believe, are for the metal Zulus. Okay.
Zulus.
Yeah.
I speak Swahili. Okay.
So they are basically they're like a booster gang. They use chemicals to greatly improve their resources or their faculties in combat, and they tend to be not ultra violent but very territorial. Okay. So you descend the 5 levels. Eventually you come to a place where you can see the old wiring, where it's tons of things have been sort of pirated off of it, leading off in different directions, stapled to the walls, or corded to the walls in some way. And eventually you come to, where your map says there's some sort of processing machinery. You turn, the machinery is gone, okay? Which would have been an effort in itself because it's a sealed room, so how do they get the machinery out? Now it looks to be, what's the word I'm after? It's like a den, okay? And as you're coming down here, standing outside of it, there are a pair of large African-looking guys. Tattoos sort of down their heads, like neon tattoos that make their sort of glow against their dark skin, and they kind of got their. You here to see Otto?
Yes.
Otto's a friend of ours.
He's a friend of ours.
Understood. In Swahili. Understood.
Okay. So for a lot of neo refugees, like these are the guys who came from Africa after the desolation. Swahili is kind of Swahili has evolved from being sort of a tribal language to being a generational language in Africa, where many people in sub-Saharan Africa learned it. Right? These guys are probably 1st or 2nd generation refugees. Okay, and so when you actually speak to him in Swahili, he's actually like, it's almost like you slap him in the face. Right? It's like they kind of look at each other quickly. Guns in Swahili. Okay. Do you hand them over?
Of course.
Yep. Okay. Hand them over. Head inside. It's a den. These are Otto's friends. Now Otto is this scrawny white guy, right? Crazy hair, sort of a handlebar mustache. He looks like he's from the old South. Right? Like a hillbilly kind of guy, right? And to see him amongst all of these, all of the metal Zulus are all, what do you call it? They're all African, right? He kind of stands out.
He stands
right?
out a bit.
Yeah. And as you go up to him, as you're approaching him, he's actually got a fellow's cyber arm open, and he seems to be making modifications on it, right? So he closes it up as you arrive. Say, hey, so can we get a little privacy? And they all kind of look at you, and you really get this impression like he's like their puppy.
Right. You
Right?
mess with Otto, you will not get out of here alive.
Yeah.
Just picturing Dr. Loveless.
Dr. Who?
Loveless. Wild Wild West.
Oh, yeah.
We all get a little privacy.
Yeah, but they respond to him. So obviously whatever he does for them is of value. Okay? And you're left in this den of iniquity. Okay? The place has a sort of hard smell of raw alcohol and the organics of the overall plant.
The organics.
Okay? So, Muhammad's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, we discovered that.
Yeah, we kind of saw that.
So, this thing that you guys recovered,
This thing you hired us to get? Yeah.
Well, fuck, I didn't know this thing was going to be on there. I thought, some
I still don't know what the fuck this thing is.
Well,
I just know.
All right, so
Some people think it's awful important.
in the old days, there's this movie that came out. And so in one hand, you got the red pill. In the other hand, you got like a yellow pill or something like that. And see, if you take the yellow pill, I think it tastes different or something. And then you know things. I don't really remember how the movie goes. But I guess the question is, do you want to know shit or not? Because once you know, you'll never unknow it.
Open the doors to our mind.
Sure.
So what you all found on that drone, and why the fuck it was on the drone, I have no idea. It's essentially a brain cell.
Okay.
Not like our brain cell, but like a brain cell of an artificial intelligence.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's
Go on.
It's contained in a liquid medium, and I couldn't right size what it was when I first saw it. But after I talked to some friends, suddenly I started getting some questions, so I decided to come to my bolt hole. Anyhow, yeah. So, kind of want to know why it was on the Congo drone. Kind of want to know who this asshole is that tore up my shop and killed my dog. And I kind of want to know what the fuck we're going to do with it.
Mm-hmm. Explain backstory. Yada yada. Here's what happened. Yada yada.
All right.
So he's up to speed on what happened to him.
Yep.
The hack thing. The murder. The
Dog.
the dog. Okay, so where do we go from here? Because I don't much care one way or the other. But this guy's fingered us as being personally responsible for this shit. I just want out of whatever the hell we have stepped in.
So, so you basically asked Otto, you told Otto everything. Did you leave any details out? Or do you trust him completely?
I trust him in that we don't know that much in the first place.
And he's the one who got us into this
and he knows more about this stuff than us. So I want to be as forthcoming as humanly possible. There's nothing in it for us to hide anything.
So
There's no safety net here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so bear in mind here, you didn't know Otto. You knew Muhammad. Muhammad knew Otto.
Yeah.
Right?
But we met Otto.
Yes, so you met Otto.
This is our second meeting.
We
Yes.
did a job.
But yeah,
That's right. So one of the things he tells you is, he says, well, after I paid Muhammad out for the run, I didn't really expect we'd have any more problems.
oh, you paid him for the run?
Yeah,
I'll have to address that with his family.
4 days ago.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. All right. Are we having a good time yet?
Well, that would have been like the day before these guys showed up.
Yeah.
So he probably
He was calling us to pay us. Apparently,
He was getting there, and then
yeah. We'll go with that.
So he's
Respect the dead and all. Yeah. He was calling us to pay us when all this happened.
he says, yeah, I got a tweaky feeling, so I decided to maybe make myself scarce for a bit until I could figure out what was going on.
smart.
Then I had these assholes break into my place and shoot my dog. Now, I wasn't able to get any camera footage because all my cameras are jammed, so I don't even know who the fuck these guys are. What I do know, though, is that this thing, it's valuable. It's worth a lot of money.
Microtech.
Why do you think Microtech?
I want to say, hey, open up your guys for a second, and I'll send them a picture.
Okay. Yeah. Right? Corporate asshole.
Yeah.
Fuck, I hate corporate.
Hacked my Geist like that.
Oh, you think he backdoored it?
He did. In fact, my hacker friend says that's likely what happened.
It was like the firewall in his pants didn't exist. They backdoor his back door.
Your friend has an odd sense of humor.
It's nonsense, yeah.
Okay.
He's got a good heart, though.
Well, fuck, what are we gonna do?
Where is this thing?
It's safe.
Well,
I think if we give it to this guy, he's just gonna wax everybody involved.
so do we take out this guy?
Could,
Well, yeah.
but
As soon as we do that, his employers don't know the truth, so they'll come looking for us.
Okay, so we have two options.
So the question is,
Three
did he
options.
steal this thing?
So
yeah.
based
Why
on
was it on the damn transport?
Based on your analysis of this thing, who do you think it belongs to?
I'll be honest with you, after I figured out what it was, I didn't dare plug it into anything that I own.
Smart. Very smart. But are there no trademarks or anything?
There's no markings on the canister.
Indicators?
Some from the gel. There's no serial numbers on any of the material.
Can I plug this picture into, for lack of a better Google image search?
For who? Him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
to see who this guy is.
You can give it to your
Can
guys.
we look it up?
Yeah, you can give it to your guys. And it'll go out and do. Now it's a function of research.
Yeah, let's go find out who this guy is.
Okay.
Who's he work for? How many charity events has he been at?
So
The guy
what do you
gets
say to
around,
your
right?
guys?
Who is this?
Who's who?
She's not rude. So I give him the picture.
Yep.
That.
Fuck, he's hot.
Yeah, and I go find out where
I'd
Howdy
fuck
live.
him.
Oh my god.
You asked for it.
All right, let me see what I can dig up.
I changed my guy's name to Merle. Alright, Merle.
You know what? I don't like it when you call me that.
I am
Stop
leaving-
touching yourself. It's not right.
I'll leave mine in default settings.
How may I help
How
you?
may I help you, sir? Perfect. Don't talk back.
All right, Merle goes off to to do a research roll. What'll happen is I'll actually do that roll a little bit later on.
Okay.
It takes some time. What is the research value of Merle?
6.
6. Okay. Kind of curious. All right.
Okay. So yeah, it's your job. You know the stuff. What do you think? How can we all get out of this alive?
So I'm not rightly of a mind to try to sell it because I think that'd be suicide.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys are of a different mind.
Well,
I want to get out from under the threat that is this guy.
if it's what you say it is, whoever we sold it to would have more money than God and would kill us for having the thing in the first place. So, yeah.
So the way I see it, we have 4 options. We can try to sell it. We can try to give it to this guy. We can give it back to whoever it belongs to. Or we can turn it on and see what happens.
I don't hear any of these options that include the words, and then we all get out alive. But I'm going to go with number 4.
Hold on. Is there a self-contained system that we can plug this thing into? Offline, local net.
I could manufacture one.
I think that's a good idea. Let's find out what we're dealing with, and let's keep it contained.
And we have how many hours left before this guy is?
Well, what I'm thinking, okay, so we have this thing in our possession now, in our collective possession, Otto's possession. We can generate some sort of evidence that we got it, and we can lure this guy into a trap.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we got it. Where do you want us to meet? Where do you want?
Okay.
Right, we want to meet you here,
And
and then we take him out.
I'm going to send out a courtesy call
Okay.
to everybody we happen to know, just saying in code, what? Because we have one, because we're evil people.
You're evil?
No, we're
Connected,
Street people.
streetwise.
we're street folk. We know we get in shit, so go to ground. Just send out the hey, but you probably want to
The 911.
Take a
Go to ground.
vacation for a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
well, just kind of make yourself scarce for now.
Okay.
Hey, everybody, courtesy call. Here you go.
Okay. So you fire that out. Do you then hide yourself on the Nexus? And do you turn off your... What happens is... So the Nexus, when you create a Nexus key, right? A Nexus key is private, okay? And essentially what it does is, rather than a phone number assigned to you by an exchange, what it is you generate a crypto key that you can use to communicate with people, and then you register it, right? What that means is that if you delete your current key, which you have, all of the people who need to get a hold of you can't until you recontact them and give them a new key, right? So,
Well, I think that would be a part of everybody going to ground.
Yeah.
That's,
it also means that if for example your friend is Trisco, you delete your key, he deletes his key. The only way you guys can find each other again is by physically going and looking for him. Okay, so if you want to burn to the ground, you can do that. It's actually quite easy to disappear, right? The key is though is that
you've disappeared.
yeah.
It sucks to be the invisible man.
So the question is, do you want to disappear?
I want.
What that'll essentially mean is that you'll
Don't need to take my phone number off the system right now. I don't have to answer the phone if somebody tries to call me either, right? As long as there's no tracking.
yeah, that's cool. I like what you said there.
Yeah. So, yeah. Go dark anyway. You have to delete the key and just turn it
So you
off.
turn So you guys actually have like a comm device, right? Like your Geist uses your comm device to communicate.
Yeah, we have an
right?
actual comm link.
Right. That comm link is where that crypto key is stored. When you power it off, it is off, right? It's not available to be used, right? However, it also means your Geist goes offline, right?
Okay.
So, is that cool?
It'll be cool after I get the answer back on who this
Roger
guy
that.
is.
Okay, fair enough.
But I'm turning mine off.
Was that?
I'm off.
Okay, you'll need to generate a new key anyhow because all
Right.
of your stuff was recompiled.
Right.
Yeah. So. Okay.
Oh, I can stay
My
on it
address
because
book's
I'm not
been
linked to
deleted.
no one. I'm not. My key is not out there. I have a new key,
No, it's gone. Yeah.
so I can stay connected.
So
So I'm invisible.
You're
anyways.
like you got like VPN.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a whole new access point.
Yes, exactly. But it also means that Bozo, Sid, and Michelangelo
reach me.
can't reach it.
I understand.
Okay. And Harefoot, the other thing too is Harefoot can only reach you right now.
Well, would she not have gotten it when she?
Well, I'm
recompiled?
telling her,
Oh
hey,
yeah, right. When
yeah,
she
and
recompiles,
I'm telling her, hey,
yeah,
we're going,
absolutely.
we're
Sorry, my
going to be
apologies.
going dark here in a short while, so
Cool. Okay.
we'll ping you when we can.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, I probably have something running by tomorrow.
All right. Let's see what we got.
I got a small place that you guys can stay. It's belongs to a friend of mine who's out of town.
Cool.
You're gonna need to turn off your combo though, right?
Oh yeah, don't worry.
Okay. He's kind of a conspiracy guy, right? Like he's ultra secretive, you know.
He lives in an undersea base.
Yes.
Enough said.
Not just under-sea, but like 5 stories under the sea. It's warm down here.
Yeah, it's close to the planet of the Earth.
That's right.
Okay. So he's going to take 24 hours to do that. Your Geist goes out, and yeah, I found him. He's in the Microdyne directory or Microtech directory. His name is Danny Cartwright.
Writing that down.
It's not a spelling, apparently. His parents actually call him Danny.
Danny.
Now's your chance to put a bullet through Danny.
We have to kill him. It's the karma of the thing. All Dannys must die.
Okay.
Okay, and his position?
He looks to be some sort of local manager, special projects or something. There's no contact information for him on the actual Microtech. Do you want me to handshake with their system to see if I can't
No.
find his...
That's fine. It's good.
You know, it's fucking rude to interrupt people.
Yeah, and when I'm talking to people, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Fucking Cortana. Going offline.
Oh, God.
Well, it serves you fucking right for describing it that way. Okay.
Not rude like that.
I said, does it use profanity?
Yeah.
You said yes.
But that's being rude. You can be profane
I said, is it
and not
profanity?
rude.
How do you use profanity in a non-rude manner?
Oh, fuck, sugar, I don't know.
But that doesn't sound like a 50-year-old
Oh,
hooker.
fuck, sugar, I don't know. Too many smokes? Dick.
Does your Geist have a smoker's cough?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So he's basically said lay low for 24 hours. He'll see what he can put together. Mm-hmm. Do you lay low for 24 hours?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I had nothing else going on.
Okay.
Now this guy's gonna be pissed, but that's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. Well, when he reaches out to your Geist, he's not gonna be able to find it.
Right.
Yeah. They probably know it's missing already.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, from the
Well, because
tracker
didn't she
was-
say the tracker was the my Geist was trying to send out a signal as they were trying to shut it down?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing too that you should be aware of as well is she was quite impressed with the technology required to do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, she couldn't actually fix it. All she could do was rebuild it from scratch, right? So, whatever that means.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, next day.
All right. Okay, so you get a message, not 24 hours, but 20 hours later. This fellow, his hair is kind of like all up, right, and his eyes are like wide open. Through the video, you can see like they're bloodshot, right?
Who's this?
Otto,
Okay.
right? He says, "Yeah, okay, I think I got it. Fuck, I'm a technical genius, miracle worker. Okay. It's online, and it's just coming up right now. It's not an operating system that I recognize, but it's just fucking cool, man. You're totally gonna love this. All right, okay. Let me send you a location.
Okay, we go to that location.
Okay. It takes you about 20 minutes. You grab some of the ready pack out of the fridge, his friend's fridge. Yeah, they're unlabeled, so when you open them, they're kind of like
Mystery.
Loaf.
mystery. Yeah, loaf. Yeah. So when you arrive there, this is another repurposed room. You think maybe at one point it was like some sort of technical room, right? When you walk in, though, you see basically a technical device with a whole bunch of cross-connected pieces that look like they've been kind of wired together manually, okay? Leading to a gigantic cable that leads out of the room, okay? And there are a couple of video screens, okay? Now, obviously, this is a video representation of what's happening, but there's also, like, he's right now, as you guys arrive, there's a couple of metal voodoos, or metal Zulus actually outside, sort of watching the door. They disarm you again if you allow them to. And when you walk in, he's like, he's got the goggles on. He's like, "Oh, that is so cool! Oh, wow! Oh, wow! Double rainbow!" kind of idea. Right? Have you seen the double rainbow? Yeah.
Double rainbow?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
You seen as it's black rainbow? But it's
No.
black rainbow.
No, double rainbow. Doesn't matter. Okay, so he's obviously. So when you touch him, he kind of jumps, and of course the thing pulls back, right, and it pulls it off his face. He's like, "Oh, you're here. You're not gonna believe what we have. Okay, we gotta keep it, but we can't. But we gotta.
What is it, Otto?
Fuck, this thing is Ring, man. It's fucking Ring. Common knowledge. Or hacking, if you have hacking.
5.
4. Ring is an artificial intelligence developed by IBM in the late 2050s. Okay? It was the first artificial intelligence to receive citizenship. It's actually a citizen of the EU. Right?
Okay.
So this canister can't possibly contain all of Ring because Ring is massive. It controls EBM. Right?
EBM being...
But that's what Ring is. Euro Business Machines. One of the largest technical firms in all the world.
So this is a section of its brain.
An offshoot, a sprout line.
A sprout.
A sprout.
Yeah. This is fucking Ring. Do you know what you could do with this? You could manufacture ice cutting programs. You could bring down the entire EBM system. Fuck. This is amazing. You should see the code lattices. It's fucking ridiculous.
Can it shoot?
Okay, so why do you think this middle level guy wants it? Has it? Where was it going?
I don't fucking know. Like, how did this guy get a hold of it? Like, first off, EBM keeps Ring in a bunker surrounded by armed guards and tanks and shit like that. No runner in the world could possibly cut into it, so there's no way it got downloaded, right? So this is like a splinter.
Well, not to sound too technical for you here.
What's it worth?
Why don't you ask it?
The problem is that I'll talk slow for you, okay?
Okay.
The canister is like a storage unit, right? Mm-hmm. And with all the processing I have in here, and you see the fans and the water cooling, I can barely get it to boot. Right? I can recognize the code, but it's not completely
Online.
Yeah. So not to be too technical for you, but it's this big, and this is how big a container I got.
So what do we do with it?
Fuck. Well, first off, if EBM knew anybody had this, we'd be fucked. They would nuke Vancouver to get it back. They kill everybody in sight. They just wipe them out like God sorted them out.
Okay.
You can see, by the way, so if you have any technical, like you're watching the screens, you can see it's compiling or doing something. Like there's several status bars kind of running at the same time. It's obviously attempting to do something, but
this is too hot.
This is so hot. How do we walk away?
This is so hot.
Alright, so we need to, I think my plan still works. We gotta lure the suit into our trap. And we gotta get more information on this.
The fuck is a microchip middle manager doing with this shit?
Exactly.
Like, how the shit did he get this?
We need to find that out.
Yeah. Like,
All right. We need to go on the down low somehow and figure out everything we can about this guy, and then wake him up at night.
Mm-hmm. So okay, I want like some images of the canister in its like original state. So,
well, it's still in its original state.
Okay, good. So we want some images of the canister so we can prove the fact that hey, we got
Proof of life.
Yeah. So okay, so I want that. So we take that while we're here.
Yeah, we have your canister.
We have your
it's
canister.
pissed off.
Okay, as you're there, and as you're saying that, those images arrive at your geist.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so now we need to find out as much as we can about this guy. And then lure him into a trap. And just play dumb, like, we found your case. Come get it. But we want it on our location because we don't want you just to kill us like you killed Muhammad.
How much shit would it take to get this thing into a spot where it could run, but not like go nuts, but like run a consciousness?
Well, okay, so listen.
Because if this thing's as smart as you say it is, it could probably figure this shit out for us real quick in exchange for, I don't know, freedom. If it's sentient and it's been locked up, let's bring this thing on side.
Maybe it'll give us 3 wishes.
I'll bring you 3 wishes. I like where you're going. He says, okay, listen, yeah, I've got some ability, but this is above my pay grade. Like, first off, I don't know how big the processing needs to be. I need a coder to do all that shit.
Harefoot. Let's bring her in. Harefoot. We're going to do you a favor.
Yeah, that's right. You know how we owe you one? Guess what?
Yeah, so he's like, yeah, no, so where were we?
We were saying we could bring in some technical muscle.
Fuck, somebody who could, yeah, so we're going to need some systems powerful enough to run it. Yeah, and it's going to be quite a bit of power. We're going to need a secure space. Probably going to take a couple of days to set it up, at least. And then it's going to need to basically compile itself, so that might be another couple of days. Fuck. Meanwhile, this Cartwright asshole is going to be breathing down our ass.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I'm in. Fuck, it's fucking ring.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. So you can reach out to Harefoot because Harefoot does your thing. Yeah, reach out to her. Your geist is pretty much on the down low anyway.
Exactly.
So.
Can I help you, sir?
Harefoot, we have something special.
Yeah, that was your geist.
Oh, yes.
Okay. All right. So what? So you reach out to Harefoot,
Yes.
right? Yeah. Let's. You've contacted Harefoot a few times now.
Yeah, Harefoot. Hey, how soon can you be in Atlantis?
Fuck, I'm not going to fucking
Atlantis.
Atlantis.
Harefoot, you want to come. You know, Harefoot, I really mean it. You really want to come here.
Okay, you already owe me from last time.
This will make up for
This is payback.
This will make up for it times 1,000. Come to Atlantis. How soon can you be here?
Persuasion.
I just intimidate her. Get the fuck down here, I'll come find you. 4.
All right. So she kind of bows her head. And then you hear this feminine voice behind her. What is it, baby? I gotta work. Send me the loc.
Yep. Ding, ding, ding.
Okay.
Soon, Harefoot, quickly.
Yeah, fuck you soon, okay?
This is the biggest thing you'll ever touch.
Uh-huh. A lot of men have told me that in my life.
Yeah, well, you'll see.
Okay. She hangs up. Okay. So. Alright. Otto's like, okay. So, where are we going to find these processors? So, we're going to need at least, I'm thinking 10 hearts or so, 10 computer hearts in order to get this up and running. We're going to need a generator to make it happen. Fuck yeah. Okay, let me see where I can find something.
Okay. If you need us to procure you some things, we can do that.
I'm going to need you guys to go find it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, neither one of you have hacking, correct?
I do.
You do have hacking?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What that'll mean is, with your hacking, that allows you to say that you have like dead drop message boxes, etc., that are emergency boxes for somebody to get a hold of you if they need to.
Right.
Okay, and so your Geist, like you connected your boxes, right? Your Geist says, "Excuse me, sir. You have a message in your, whatever box, in your 17077A K05557 number # box, right?"
I think that's how you spell Squamish.
In Welsh.
Yep.
Okay. So you get a message in the box, and it kind of goes like this. Hey, it's Bozo. Someone's pinging your boxes. I'm looking for you, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know. That's it.
Yep.
Right, and then whoop, it's out. So obviously someone has tracked you, and they're beginning to ping your contacts. Right? Looking for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys have now been 36 hours since you originally talked to Cartwright.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like he's getting anxious. Now, your contacts, so he's told you what he needs. Bazo Nagame is one of your contacts. He's good for street jobs. Michelangelo Dumas, he's a data broker. See if you have anybody who's actually... So none of your contacts actually are
Useful.
none of them are electronics contacts, right? So yeah, so he's giving you a list of what he needs, right? He's not giving you a list of like, I need this processor. What he's saying is, I need gas, right? You can get it from any gas station, but yeah, so he's giving you a list of things that he needs you guys to find. Okay.
How much of this is just commercially available for cheap?
For cheap, none.
How much of this is commercially available in Hackerland, out in the boneyard?
How much of it could you recover?
How much of it could we recover from people that maybe have it already and we just shoot them?
Well, obviously, all of it exists in different formats, right? So, yeah.
We want to stay kind of inconspicuous, but we have this list of parts and things. Where do we?
Yeah. You're guessing your best bet on who to talk to about this would be somebody like Bazo. Bazo, he's good for street jobs, okay, including thefts, right? So he may or may not know somebody who can actually do this work, or he may be able to send you in the direction that you need to. You haven't talked to Bazo for a while. Your credit with him is kind of at 0 right now, so you haven't done anything for him. He hasn't done anything for you. But he might be who you want to talk to about this kind of stuff. Of course, you're going to have to go into town to do that. Right?
Okay.
He's at the Grounds Zero Cafe in the Bazaar.
Isn't that where frickin' Michelangelo...
Places, we can't go there. That's so covered in blood.
No. That was Neutral Grounds.
Oh.
Grounds Zero is a different place.
Jeez. Alright.
Hey man, they're coffee shops. They all have these perky names, right? Ha, get it? Perky names? Perky. Right. So I guess the question is, do you head into town to try to find that stuff? Or... Okay.
Yeah, no, that's what we're doing.
Or do you wait for what do you call it?
Harefoot?
Harefoot.
I'll wait for Harefoot.
Yeah, we gotta wait for her. She's on her way out. That would kind of suck.
And what do you tell Date and...
We tell them we've secretly replaced the dilithium with Folgers crystals. Let's see if they know this.
and Kassler. What do you tell Date and Kassler? Anything?
No,
I think right now, the less people know about shit, the better.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Because they are members of your crew, right?
Yeah,
So,
no, I understand. It's just for now they're safe and...
Tell them crazy shit. Stay alert and stand by. We may
stay
call.
low. Okay. Harefoot shows up. Okay. It takes her a few hours to get there. When she arrives, she's wearing, like an old combat shirt, rolled up sleeves. She's got her tech bag over her shoulder. And she's also, underneath the combat shirt, which is too big for her, she's, got a pistol by her side. Right? This had better be really important.
Don't worry. Okay, we take it auto.
Okay. Okay, you take her to auto. Well, hi, pretty lady. It's like, are you shitting me? Really? What am I looking at? Well, take a look. If I can find out what it is, I'm sure as shit you know what you're doing. Okay.
Oh, goody.
Plugs in. It takes her maybe 10 seconds, and she turns at you guys.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Where the fuck did you get this?
We're trying to figure that out.
Holy shit.
Are you...
So we need to have a conversation.
This is fucking Ring! Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck have you guys done? What? Okay, what have you done?
We
Wait, hold on. And she, her eyes kind of roll back in her head as, you know, as she kind of goes deeper into the code. She, as she's kind of going through the code, she's got there, her eyes close, right, but they kind of open a little bit, leaving a little bit of the white. And then after about 10 minutes or so, she actually, like, you actually see a tear kind of come down. So beautiful.
So I'm waiting for one of those where they unplug and go, now I understand. You know? Right. I'm waiting for one of those. Oh, that's what God is.
Yeah. Anyhow, so she kind of pops back. It's the real thing. It's not all of it, but it's a lot of it. It's the core computing component. Well, the fuzzy logic bit. Where is this? How'd you get access to this? Now, remember, the canister's not in the room. Right? Right. There was this big, thick cable that led somewhere else.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we're not smart enough to have done this on purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
But we need some help getting out of it.
No kidding.
Clearly, you know what this is.
You're going to need a bigger system. Like something way bigger.
Yeah. So we're building that.
Wait, hold on. Okay. Do they know you have it?
Some they, some not other they. There's a lot of theys right now.
Yeah, we're pretty sure that EBM doesn't know him.
The they that stole this from the other they knows that we have it, but the they that they stole it from has no idea.
Right. So to translate, EBM does not know. I don't even know if they know it's missing. EBM doesn't know we have it.
Well, but it's not missing. I checked. It's still online. This is a
maybe they grew another part. Maybe it's a clone. Maybe it's, I don't know.
A mirror.
The only person that knows is the thing. So we're trying to figure out where it came from too, and we figured the best way of doing that is just ask it.
Now the person
getting help to maybe protect it or get rid of it or whatever, it's probably the best person to answer those questions too.
Right. Now there is a Microtech middle manager guy who has already murdered a friend of ours who is looking for it. He doesn't know we know what it is.
Mohammed set you up with Hairfoot.
Yeah. All right. Muhammad. Yeah. He killed Muhammad.
Dead? What?
Muhammad's dead.
The fuck did that happen?
Well, he led the goon that stole the son of a bitch directly to us, and he got killed by the goon in exchange. Then we were given the ultimatum that Muhammad had: return this thing.
And they hacked. They're the ones who hacked my Geist.
And now you're up to speed.
Yeah, right. Okay. Did you tell her that Muhammad was dead at that point?
I
think you did. Yeah. Okay. So back up a little bit. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, okay. If you're going to bring this online, it needs way more processing power. And we're going to need some specialized we're going to need some specialized power itself. It seems to be contained in some sort of liquid crystal, which I've never seen how the matrix is actually put together like this before. It's obviously some sort of prototype EBM or somebody's project. Maybe Microtech. Oh, this could be a Microtech. Oh my god, that gel would be worth a mint. Anyhow. All right, we're gonna need some parts. Okay.
Add to the list.
All right. So she.
Yeah. So talk to Otto. He's talking about parts too. You two work out what list of what you need.
Okay.
And we'll make it happen.
All right. So fair enough. So they talk at length about what would be needed, right? Arguing about do you want some parallel processing? No, this all needs to be serial for the no idiot, right? In the end, Harefoot though wins, right? And between the two of them, they create basically a list of the parts that you're going to need. Okay, it is not a small list, and it's not an inexpensive list. If you were to look at just buying what you need, you're probably looking at 50 to 60K worth of kit.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay.
Well, you're trying to bring an artificial intelligence.
So
online.
now we've got motivation to continue.
Yes.
Okay. This is going to have to be big. You said that Microtech, the guy was from Microtech?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, she turns to Otto, Microtech carries most of these parts. In fact, probably 90% of what we need we could get from Microtech.
I smell a robbery.
I smell a robbery.
Yeah, I think...
But...
Okay.
We don't want to... The thing we want to do is determine what we want to do with this guy first, because right now he's working in secret. If he somehow injects himself, if we rob the company, right now he can play, oh hey, they stole all my shit, and get him off the hook and put the entire weight of that corporate entity behind it. And we don't want that. So,
if anybody finds out that he has this, he's a dead man.
Yeah.
Does he know what he has?
You know?
Potentially.
He has high. All we know is he desperately wants it. So
Well, and he secreted it away on some weird...
We don't even know that. All we know is he is desperate to get it and he's killing people to get it. He might be answering to somebody else who hasn't told him anything.
Yeah. Fair. Yeah.
Right?
We know it came on this weird transport. Something's not on the up and up.
Yeah. This thing was on where it shouldn't have been, heading somewhere where it shouldn't have been going. We don't know who sent it there or who was waiting for it.
Shot down by who knows why.
Who knows why. And now this guy is after it to the point where he's killed Muhammad and he would have killed Otto. So we don't know anything. So we need to get these parts so we can find out what this thing is. But then we also need to get this guy and find out what he knows.
Yeah, we need to just black bag him.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Let's black bag him first, and then we'll get him to give us keys or access
to
or
Microsoft.
schematics and everything else. And he can steal the shit. We'll put it on him.
On him. Yeah.
All right.
So our first primary thing is to get this guy.
Who is this guy?
Danny Cartwright. Middle manager at Microtech.
Okay. Her eyes.
Danny Cartwright, middle manager.
So yeah, her eyes kind of blink for a moment. This guy?
This guy.
He's like a low-level suit.
I know.
How the fuck there's no way this guy has access to Rick.
Yeah, but who knows who this guy is?
This is the guy that took Muhammad's
he's
head
a
off
mole.
with a bottle.
Maybe he's a mole. Maybe he's a plant. Maybe he's something more than he seems. But we need this guy so we can get the story. Find out what's going on.
Okay. Tell you what. You talk to your contacts about the equipment. I'll start working up a profile on this Danny Cartwright guy. See where we can find him.
You got it.
All right. You said that he was the guy who wiped your Geist, right?
Yes.
Well, he was there when it happened. He definitely...
That means
He might have had another guy
He
behind the scenes.
orchestrated it.
So he obviously had a high rider.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Competition, maybe a little bit of payback. Okay, we're good. All right. So she seems intrigued by the entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She says, "I'm not going to be able to work from here. I'm going to need to go back to the city. The latency from here is just too high." All right, let me set up. So she said, "We'll wait for her to come back."
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to pause for a moment.
Good.
We're going to take a small bio break. We'll be right back. All right, so we're back. Yeah, so we're all kind of, we've all kind of had long weekends, so this game might run a little bit short. We're probably going to play for about another half an hour or so to get a couple of transitions, and then we're going to set up for the next game. Sometimes we've got a little bit of that thing where you're running but you're not really moving forward kind of happening. So I'd like to kind of get to a point where we actually jump into the adventure for the next game. Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, so Harefoot's here. She's in. Like this is fascinating to her, right?
Yeah.
And she looks at how she could either monetize this or weaponize this, right? But in order to make that happen, she needs to actually make sure that it is what she thinks it is, right? For that, she's determined that what?
Oh, you said the word monetize. I'm just picturing she's gonna turn this into a mobile phone game.
Yeah.
Microtransactions forever.
Yes, that's right.
Anyhow,
finally a tactician mode that's real.
Does it play FIFA?
Yeah. So, but in order to do that, in order to make sure that it's real, she needs a significant amount of equipment. In fact, the amount of equipment she needs pretty much dwarfs any amount of money you guys have ever seen, right? So somebody who might be able to help you get to that level of money, and that's your friend Bazo Nagome.
Yes.
Okay. Bazo is a street fixer. Okay. He makes his home in the bazaar. He's kind of known for he does a lot of street jobs, right? Electronics, weapons, guns. Electronics, weapons, medicines. He does all of that kind of stuff. He might not know exactly where you can get it, but he'll probably be able to fix it for you so that you can get it for a cut, of course, right? Bazo also happened to be the guy who reached out to you and said, "Hey, someone's pinging me here." Okay.
Interesting that.
Yeah. So, So what we're going to do now is, unless you like Otto and Harefoot, they know who manufactures it, right? But they don't necessarily, and they know what they need, but and they can tell you.
But finding what shipping container it's sitting in.
Exactly, that's not their thing,
No.
right? Okay, so do you head back to the city?
Yes.
Okay, and so he's at Ground Zero, the coffee shop. Okay, that's where he does all of his business out of. Bazo used to be, for lack of a better term, a hitman on the street. Okay. A lot of people died by Bazo's hands. However, he retired from that industry, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And since then, all of the contacts that he made, sort of all these different organizations that had hired him to do things, they've kind of kept him in business. Okay. And his business is basically taking people like you and turning, your skills to his use. Okay. He's suspicious and smart. Okay. So in dealing with him, right? If you give him too much information with the reputation, with things that are happening on the street, he might put 2 and 2 together about what the hell's going on, right? So you have to be careful when you talk to him, and you know that because he's your contact. Just because he's your contact doesn't necessarily mean that
He's my friend.
Right. Exactly. Okay. Bazo is ex-military, and he routinely wears a military jacket that he's owned probably for the last 10 years or so. Okay. And some of the drugs that he took in the military have caused him to actually lose all of the hair on top of his head. So he's bald, and for that reason, he always wears a kerchief there in order to conceal that baldness. Although he doesn't seem to be ashamed to take it off, but he always seems to have it on.
It makes him feel comfortable.
Yeah. So, you guys head to the bazaar. You basically grab a cab back, head to the bazaar, and dismounting at the off the public transport, or do you summon Dante to find you?
No, we're leaving Dante right out of this. We're leaving our crew out of it.
Right. Okay, so you find yourself meeting with Bazo. Okay. He's in the coffee shop during the day, so you go during the day, and when you arrive, he has a couple of data pads up, and you can see the different streams of data coming back and forth. Okay. And he's drinking coffee basically in the back corner. Now, this is his office. You've never met him outside of this room, although you know that he does move on the street. Okay? So he kind of looks up at you. Wow, here's a surprise. He kind of, when he opens his mouth, what rolls out of his mouth is kind of like that jazz singer voice, right? You can almost picture him up on stage singing.
What's up, Bazo?
I don't know. Kind of had a
little bit of heat out there right now.
There is.
There is.
I'm surprised to see you here in front of me.
Well, you know, I need a lead on some gear.
You need to lead on some gear. Why don't you sit down? Coffee?
Yes.
Okay. So he kind of motions. He says, you got me interested because the people sniffing around are, they're moving a lot of water, let's put it that way.
Yeah, no, I understand. There's a lot going on. And I need to put a stop to it.
Tell me what you need.
I need some electronics.
I wouldn't mind hearing what you've been hearing.
That's extra. So he kind of raises his eyebrow. Electronics?
Yeah. You know, I just.
Now, do you have electrical? Like, do you have electronic skill or? Like, oh, okay.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
We both have electronics.
Okay. Which is the ability to manipulate, electrical systems, right? So, sensors, radios, drones, all of that kind of stuff. It's all electronics.
Yep. No, we've gotten involved with the guys heavy into drone technology, and he's made some breakthroughs that could make us a lot of money.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, no, he's a smart guy. But it might impact the business of certain other corporations. He doesn't have any patents or anything like that on this stuff, so we kind of want to keep it quiet.
Okay, go ahead. Roll your persuasion.
Oops. Shit, that's not one of my...
He looks up from his coffee and says, there's a weird, sickeningly sweet almost smell. It's a bullshit that makes it so different from other coffee. Oh, and he calls the cops on us.
Not just the cops. He's a friend of Danny's.
My friend Danny
And
asked me to see if I could hold you.
that scene.
Wow. That's something else there, buddy.
It's really, really bad.
Well, okay, so bear in mind, it's bad in the scenario for what you're talking about, right? So,
All right.
you're attempting to...
Take a critical fail, turn it into a critical success. No, that's not what my card says.
I don't remember that card.
I wish.
Take a botch and turn it into,
So, remember, the botch only counts against what you're actually trying to do.
Right.
Right?
Which is
So,
keep him in the dark. So he's going to see through my bullshit.
Yeah. Well, and I also rolled a notice, which is his ability to, insight, etc., of 5. So he, that was your target number. So what that means, though, is he knows instantly that you're lying.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. And then in the course of that lie, I accidentally say ring 3 times.
Enough, however, like in your description, that when you give the description, you let on to some, massive processing power, and it's,
Self-aware AI, blah, blah, blah,
whatever,
blah, blah.
right? Okay. No, I don't. Got it.
That's what I was like. I didn't think you had anything in there.
Acting!
So, is he just being theatric?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, Basil looks like maybe we gotta cut you in a little bit.
Yeah.
His eyes kind of look at you and then through you. So you come to me to help you find something. And then you lie to me about the risk that I'm going to assume by helping you. Is that my understanding of what's happening?
No,
here?
I just wanted to keep you safe, Basil.
Botch. Yeah, no, I don't believe you.
Yeah, I know. I want. Okay, this is hot. This is
Yeah,
really, really
Fucking
big.
right, it sounds hot. You got some big heat looking for you, and now you come looking for some specialized equipment. It's awful fucking suspicious.
It's very suspicious.
So it's going to cost you a lot of money, especially because you decided to lie to me.
Yeah, okay, Basil. Accept my apologies.
Fuck, I don't want your apologies.
Well, how much is it going to cost me, man? This is important. My life is on the line. The life of my friends are on the line.
They're not my fucking friends.
I understand, but you gotta understand, I gotta look after my people. Alright? I'm a loyal guy. What's it gonna take, Bazo, to find out where the stuff's at and keep you on my side?
Give me your list. Okay. Fuck, you're boating a tuna here. That's a lot of equipment.
You think? I'm a little outside my league here, man.
You know, you're going to have to build up some credit with me first.
Alright, whatever you need.
Well, let's start with something simple. There's a fellow who owes me some money. He ain't going to pay me. You can have half of it in credit if you get the other half from him.
You got it.
All right.
Give me the deets.
He lives down in Venice.
We'll take care of it.
Okay. And we'll...
Do you expect to be able to do business with him again?
No.
Okay. That makes it easier.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah. So we'll call the scene at... He lives down in Venice. All right. All right, guys. Short session today. We won't be back for a couple of weeks. I got some vacation happening between people. But next time, we should have 3 people at the table, we're hoping. As they attempt to build the system necessary to run Ring and see what the hell's going on with that, which also should be interesting. So, anyhow, thanks, guys, for joining us, and we'll talk to you next time.